Hi there, I'm Dr. Peter Tsai, founder and president of Aortic Warriors. I'm also a survivor of aortic rupture and aortic dissection. Aortic Warriors was created by survivors of aortic dissection for the benefits of those lives affected by aortic dissection and aortic rupture. We created Aortic Warriors so no survivor would ever feel alone, and all affected lives will have a unified voice. We could not have done this alone. In January of 2015, Aortic Warriors set up a mission to create an impact in the world regarding aortic dissection and aortic rupture. Today is September 30th, 2015. I just want to give a quick report on what we've done in the past 3 quarters of 2015. During this past year, hundreds of shirts has been sent to multiple states and countries in support of Aortic Warriors and in support of creating the awareness of aortic dissection across the world. In February, we had our first ADAPT meeting on Hangouts. ADAPT stands for Aortic Dissection Awareness Project Team. So these are the members of our ADAPT team. Joanna McIntyre from Ohio. She's a caretaker of her husband, Michael McIntyre, who is a survivor of aortic dissection. Judy Roth from Pennsylvania. She's a survivor of aortic dissection. Andrea Brownell from California, a survivor of aortic dissection. Allison Seed from Pennsylvania. She's a survivor of aortic dissection. Michelle Groff from Virginia, a survivor of aortic dissection. Mel Whiteside, Australia. She's a caretaker of her husband, Dave, who is a survivor of aortic dissection. These are the people of ADAPT. ADAPT stands for Aortic Dissection Awareness Project Team. Aortic Warriors also created a caretakers and survivorship support. These people are Michael Garcia. He is a caretaker of our historian, Connie Rodriguez. He's from Northern California. Desiree Potts from Florida. She takes care of her husband, Rex. Joanna McIntyre from Ohio, who's a caretaker for Michael. And Melinda Whiteside from Australia. She's a caretaker of Dave, her husband. In 2015, we started a project called Aorta Talk. We interview survivors, their journeys, their challenges, and their fight. We also interview caretakers, who often are overlooked. Without the caretakers, most of the survivors will have a difficult time just going through the day. And we thank you, caretakers, for being our heroes. And the survivorships, those who are left behind, those who have lost loved ones to our condition, we've also had a chance to talk to a few of them. So we'll be looking forward to some of those interviews coming up soon. In March, we participated in the Los Angeles Big 5K to create awareness of aortic dissection. We also participated in an event called Adler Paddler, where the funds raised were to support the efforts of John Ritter Foundation in continuing their research of genetics and how it relates to our condition. We also met Amy Yazbek, who visited our booth, and we had a fun time taking pictures with her. In April, we went to Virginia to participate in an event called Got Heart and Soul, put together by a young man named Charlie Newman. His dad is a survivor of aortic dissection. We're honored to be there, and we met a lot of survivors there also. I want to thank Michael McIntyre and Joanna McIntyre for coming to the event in Virginia, volunteering their time to take professional photos of the event and all those who were involved. At the Got Heart and Soul event, I got to meet the mayor of Dayton, Virginia. In June, we participated in an event put together by Joanne Jordan. She is the local chairperson for the Marfan's Foundation in Orange County, LA County, and Inland Empire here in Southern California. Aortic Warriors also received our 501c3 designation by the IRS. We are now a public benefit charity organization. In August, we interviewed a former International Federation of Bodybuilder who was a professional bodybuilder. His name is Chris Dim. He is also a survivor of aortic rupture and aortic dissection. I got to visit him at his training facility because one of his goals in life is to walk again. You will see some of his interviews, some of his videos of how hard he's working toward that goal. It gives all of us an inspiration and motivation to keep moving and keep living strong. I also met with Connie Rodriguez, who was up in Northern California. We got together and took some pictures and displayed the new swags of Aortic Warriors. September is Thoracic Aortic Aneurysm and Dissection Awareness Month. During this whole month, 3 of our contributing writers for Aortic Warriors, Melinda from Australia, Connie from Alameda, California, and Michelle Roth from Virginia, wrote on our behalf every single day about an aortic fact, educating the public about how the aorta affects their health. We thank you for all of those writings. In September, we got the official letter from the USPTO, which is the United States Patent and Trademark Office, receiving our serial number for Aortic Warriors. So now Aortic Warriors is a trademarked name. Also in September, Connie and Michael represented Aortic Warriors at the American Heart Association Heart Walk up in the Bay Area. Thank you, Michael and Connie. We also launched the first world debut of Aortic Dissection Awareness Ribbon. There has not been any ribbon like this ever before. As part of Aortic Warriors' mission to get the word out about aortic dissection and aortic rupture, several fundraising events and the plannings are in the works. So we'll be looking forward to them pretty soon to be posted on our website. A lot has happened here in 2015 in the awareness of aortic dissection, aortic rupture. Recently, our fellow Aortic Warriors brother, Timo Sutherland from Sweden, created an event for the 19th of September in 2016 to bring a global awareness day so that the whole world for one day will be aware of our condition, aortic dissection and aortic rupture. Will you help us reverse the 80% mortality rate to 80% survival rate by creating community awareness, education, and early detection and diagnosis of this condition so we can stop the silent killer? At Aortic Warriors, we believe in order to stop the silent and deadly killer of aortic dissection and aortic rupture, we must not remain silent.